It's time to say goodbye to the Mustang Mach-e and welcome our brand new Model Y. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Anton, a power engineer, industrial mechanic, and a Red Seal electrician. We cover all kinds of products and topics in an approachable way for the average everyday person. I'm glad you found us. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. We've had the Mustang Mach-e for a couple years now and I love it. So why would I be considering a Tesla Model Y? I'm gonna walk you through exactly what I love about the Mach-e, but also has us looking at some alternative options, and I'll maybe help you guys try to figure out which one might be right for you as you search for different EV options that exist in the market today. Let's start off with the Mustang Mach-e. Now, I loved that the Mach-e was more of a traditional car in every sense of the word, except that it's an EV, obviously. So, for starters, when you got in the Mach-e, it felt like a car. It's not taking you off into the future, it's taking you into the right now with some future technology. So a lot of it feels really familiar. Plus, Ford have been building cars for a long time now. So they're able to take a lot of the things that they've learned in making regular vehicles and implementing that into the Mach-e. Such things like the interior fit and finish. It just feels good. And I love the inclusion of regular buttons. The steering wheel looks like a regular steering wheel. The center dash, while it does have the massive Mustang screen, it still has some regular buttons and a turny dial for those of you who are like me that like tactile options. On the outside, it doesn't really look like an electric car. It looks like a fun, exciting vehicle to drive, and it is. When you get behind the wheel, you're gonna be met with some of the most exciting driving that you've ever experienced, thanks to its super powered dual electric motors and long-range batteries. And we've enjoyed our Mach-e for the last couple years. In fact, I made a video recently saying, here are the things I wish I knew about electric cars. But at the end of that video, I basically said that we will always have an electric vehicle in our stable. And that's true. Electric vehicles have a lot to offer as long as you don't commute too far out of the regular range of the vehicle. We will talk more about that in a little bit when I explain why I'm looking at a different vehicle. So with all of the pros of the Mach-e, what has me looking at alternative options? And the real big thing for me is the range. I'll be honest, when we bought our Mach-e, we wanted something that would just prove the concept. It was our first electric vehicle. We weren't looking to spend a lot of money. So I found the cheapest all-wheel drive that we could find at a price that we could afford. So a lot of the other electric vehicles that are lower priced than the Mach-e, they are either front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, but not all wheel drive. So yes, I know there are plenty of other options in a cheaper price range. But up here in Canada, it's cold. We have snow for a lot of the year, and I don't want to have, especially my wife, driving a vehicle that's not got all-wheel drive. So all-wheel drive was non-negotiable. It had to have it. But also the Mach-e has a lot of other features that are really good. But we also sacrificed a little bit on the range. We bought the standard range. Now the standard range Mach-e will go about 360 kilometers in the summertime. The long-range Mach-e will do just over 400 kilometers. It's not a lot more range, but that's not the problem. For me, the thing that got me started looking at a different vehicle is the winter range. So the Mach-e in the winter, the range drops close to almost half. So when it's minus 40 out, we can go about 200 kilometers instead of the 360. But that wasn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem was something changed. The first winter, I loved my Mach-e. The second winter, something happened. I don't know what, but suddenly the car doesn't seem to make as much heat as it did before. And part of the reason for that is they use the same heat to heat the cabin as they do to heat the batteries. And when it's really cold, the batteries need to be warm too. So it cycles between cabin and battery, cabin and battery. And when it's really cold, you need constant heat in the cabin, which means the battery doesn't get it. And what ended up happening was, on the highway, we kept hitting battery protection mode, where it was limiting our speed on the highway because the battery wasn't warm enough. And that started to cause a lot of concern. So we started looking at other options, and that's when, unfortunately, we had to say hello to the Tesla Model Y. Now, we looked at everything else that was available, and we kept coming back to the same conclusion. The Model Y has the range we're looking for. It has the all-wheel drive, and it still has the performance and the fast charging. It's the complete package. Most of the other vehicles that are out on the market, they don't give you all of those. You can get fast charging, you can get long range, but you don't get the performance. Or you can get the performance, you can get the long range, but you can't seem to charge those things nearly as fast. I don't understand it. But when you start to look at some of the little things that the Model Y has, spec for spec, the Model Y is actually more feature rich than what the Mach-e is. For example, power telescopic steering wheel. It's a little thing, but when I drive the car, or my wife drives it, we adjust the steering wheel. The Mach-e has a manual adjusted steering wheel. So I just always couldn't read the dash because I didn't want to change it for my wife. It does have seat position memory, which is great, but the software in the car is not integrated as nicely as it is in the Tesla, unfortunately. And the biggest problem for me, why we didn't pick the Tesla in the first place, was it's so ugly. I'm sorry for all of those who actually like how the Tesla looks, but I think that Elon Musk made a bet with people that said, we're gonna make some really great electric cars and we're gonna make them really ugly, and people are still gonna buy them. Watch this. And it's like a challenge for them to make some ugly vehicles and convince people to pay a lot of money for them. But that doesn't take away from the fact that the technology works well, the charging works well, the range is really good, and overall, unfortunately, the Tesla Model Y is what we picked up. So say hello to our Tesla Model Y long range all-wheel drive. Now, because we have the Model Y, this is some great news for the viewers out there, because we have a ton of extra features and options that we're going to be showing you on this car that we can add to the car to enhance it, to add the things that I like about the Mach-e, but the Tesla doesn't have. Luckily, there's a strong aftermarket segment for the Tesla vehicles, which allows us to really add all of those features that are missing. We've got a ton of those videos on this channel that you can check out as well, but hopefully those of you who are looking at electric cars, you're able to at least get some information from this video to understand, I've been there. I've done the Mach-e thing. I love it. I still love the Mach-e. I'm still nostalgic for the Mach-e. If the range was better and the heating was better, I probably wouldn't have switched. But those two things alone made me switch, and now there's all these other little things that's hard to put your finger on that makes that Model Y just so much better. Now, if you made it this far in the video, you're probably wondering, well, how do I get myself a Model Y? Or how can I save a little bit of money on my Tesla purchase? Well, lucky for you, I have a referral code. And if you use the referral code, it will give you a discount on the purchase of your new Tesla. It also gives us a little bit of a benefit. You'll find that link in the description down below. If you are considering a Tesla, absolutely save some money on it. Why not? So if you click that link, it'll put in that code for you and give you, $1,000 off or something. But every little bit helps. Also, I want to hear from you guys. Post in the comments down below. What has your experience been with the Tesla? Are you considering it? Yes or no? Why or why not? And if you're not, what vehicle are you looking at getting? Because there's so many options that are hitting the market, and there's a lot of exciting ones that are coming too. So let me know what your experience has been and what you're looking at. Let's chat about it. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.